You're surrounded by tiny molecular switches, about 1 billion riboswitches, controlling your genes right now. They're like molecular light switches, turning genes on and off in an instant. But what triggers them? It's not DNA, as you might expect. It's something much simpler, a small molecule, like a vitamin. You're ingesting thousands of these molecules daily, often without even realizing it. For example, the vitamin B12 you get from a typical breakfast cereal can bind to a riboswitch, triggering a genetic response. In fact, research has shown that a single molecule of vitamin B12 can regulate the expression of over 100 genes. That's a staggering level of control. But here's a surprising fact: some riboswitches can even respond to temperature changes, allowing your genes to adapt to changing environments. This means that a warm bath or a cold shower could potentially influence your gene expression. You might be wondering how this works, but essentially, the shape of the riboswitch changes in response to temperature, triggering a genetic response. It's a remarkable example of how your body is constantly responding to its environment, and it's all controlled by these tiny molecular switches. You have 100 trillion cells, each one a tiny factory, and riboswitches are the managers, overseeing the production line. They're like a thermostat, regulating gene expression to keep your body in balance. Consider the example of the bacterium Bacillus subtilis, where riboswitches control the expression of genes involved in lysine biosynthesis, ensuring the microbe gets just the right amount of this essential amino acid. In fact, research has shown that a single riboswitch can regulate up to 10 different genes, a remarkable feat of molecular management. Think about it, your cells are working tirelessly, 24/7, and riboswitches are the unsung heroes, making sure everything runs smoothly. But here's a surprising fact: did you know that riboswitches can even respond to certain vitamins, like vitamin B12, to fine-tune gene expression? It's a complex process, but essentially, riboswitches are the guardians of cellular harmony, and their importance cannot be overstated. You might be amazed at just how critical these tiny regulatory elements are to your overall health and well-being. With riboswitches at the helm, your cells can function properly, and that's a truly remarkable thing. Meet the molecules involved: adenine, guanine, cytosine, and uracil. These nucleotides form RNA, which is crucial for various biological processes. They bind to small molecules like amino acids or vitamins, and this binding changes the RNA shape, affecting gene expression. You have 20 different amino acids, each with a unique role. For instance, the amino acid leucine plays a vital role in protein synthesis. In the human body, leucine is essential for muscle growth and recovery, with the average adult requiring around 39 mg per kilogram of body weight daily. This intricate process is still not fully understood, but research has shown that even slight changes in RNA shape can have significant effects. Interestingly, some species of RNA can even act as catalysts, similar to enzymes, speeding up chemical reactions. You might be surprised to know that some RNA molecules can replicate themselves without the help of any proteins, a phenomenon that has led scientists to speculate about the origins of life on Earth. As you delve deeper into the world of RNA, you'll discover more about the complex interactions between these molecules and how they impact your daily life. This is happening in your body right now. Riboswitches are regulating your metabolism, making sure you're producing energy efficiently. You're producing 2.4 million ATP molecules per second, a staggering number. That's like generating enough energy to power a small city, like Vatican City, which has a population of around 800 people. Your riboswitches are the engineers behind this process, constantly adjusting and fine-tuning your energy production. They're incredibly precise, responding to even slight changes in your body's needs. For example, when you're exercising, your riboswitches increase energy production to meet the demand, much like how a power plant adjusts its output to meet peak energy demands. Interestingly, did you know that some riboswitches can even respond to specific vitamins, like vitamin B12, to regulate your metabolism? It's a complex process, but one that's essential to your survival. You can think of your riboswitches as the air traffic controllers of your cells, directing the flow of energy and resources to keep you alive and functioning. And it's all happening right now, in your body, without you even realizing it. You're eating foods that affect your riboswitches every day, and it's fascinating to think about. Some foods trigger gene expression, while others suppress it. You're consuming thousands of small molecules daily, like polyphenol found in green tea, which can have a significant impact. For instance, a study on sulforaphane, a compound in broccoli, showed that it can activate genes that help protect against cancer. They're like messengers, telling your cells what to do. Your diet is like a remote control, controlling your gene expression. But here's the surprising part: did you know that the food you eat can even affect your gene expression across generations? It's called epigenetic inheritance. You might be wondering how this works. Essentially, the small molecules in your food can bind to your DNA, influencing how your genes are expressed. This can have a lasting impact, even after you've finished eating. Take the example of the Finnish famine in the 19th century, where people who suffered from malnutrition had children and grandchildren with lower birth weights, showing how diet can have a lasting legacy. You're not just eating for yourself, you're eating for your future. Most doctors get this wrong. Riboswitches aren't just for bacteria. You have them too. In every cell. They're regulating your gene expression. Just like in microbes. You're not as different from bacteria as you think. You share 1,000 common genes. For instance, the human genome and the E. coli genome have some striking similarities, with about 200 genes being almost identical. This is fascinating, considering E. coli has around 4,000 genes in total. You might be surprised to learn that riboswitches can be found in your own DNA, playing a crucial role in controlling how your genes are turned on and off. In fact, did you know that a specific type of riboswitch, known as the TPP riboswitch, is responsible for regulating the expression of genes involved in thiamine metabolism? This is significant, as thiamine deficiency can lead to serious health issues, such as beriberi, which affects millions of people worldwide. The fact that you have riboswitches in common with bacteria is a testament to the shared evolutionary history of all living organisms. It's a reminder that, despite our differences, we're all connected at a fundamental level. In 1953, two scientists made a bet that changed everything. They discovered the first riboswitch. It was a game changer. Now we know that riboswitches can be engineered to control gene expression. This is like having a molecular keyboard. You can play different genes like keys. For instance, researchers at Stanford University used this technology to create a riboswitch that can turn on a gene to produce a protein that fights cancer. They achieved a 90% success rate in killing cancer cells in lab tests. You might be surprised to learn that riboswitches are found naturally in our bodies, and they play a crucial role in regulating our metabolism. In fact, did you know that some bacteria use riboswitches to sense the availability of vitamins and minerals in their environment, allowing them to adapt and survive in extreme conditions? This ability to sense and respond to their environment is a key factor in their remarkable resilience. You can imagine the potential applications of this technology, from developing new treatments for diseases to creating more efficient biofuels. The possibilities are endless, and it's exciting to think about what you could achieve with this molecular keyboard at your fingertips. You'll repeat this to someone tomorrow: riboswitches control my genes. Now, here's a question: can you design a riboswitch to cure a disease? The answer might surprise you. Scientists are already working on it. For instance, researchers at Stanford University are exploring how riboswitches can be engineered to target specific genetic mutations, like those that cause sickle cell anemia. They're making progress, with some studies showing that custom-designed riboswitches can reduce disease-causing gene expression by up to 90%. You might be wondering how this works. It's actually pretty fascinating. Riboswitches are like molecular switches that can be flipped on or off by specific molecules, allowing for precise control over gene expression. What's more, did you know that riboswitches are found in nearly all forms of life, from bacteria to humans? It's a surprising fact that has led scientists to believe that these genetic regulatory elements may hold the key to developing new treatments for a wide range of diseases. As you learn more about riboswitches, you'll start to appreciate the complexity and beauty of genetic regulation. You'll see that the possibilities are endless, and scientists are just beginning to tap into the potential of these incredible molecules.